Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, President of Zanzibar, Chair of the Revolutionary Council and settler of the Mkapa Foundation, Your Excellency Philip Isidori Mpango, Vice President of United Republic of Tanzania, Excellencies, former Presidents of United Republic of Tanzania and Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar, Your Excellency Joachim Chissano, former President of the Republic of Mozambique, Your Excellency Othman Masood, First Vice President of Zanzibar, Your Excellency Hamed Suleiman Abdallah, Second Vice President of Zanzibar, Honorable Mama Anna Mkapa, former First Lady and widow of late President Benjamin William Mkapa, Honorable Mama Mariam Mwinyi, First Lady of Zanzibar, Mama Fatma Karume, and former First Ladies, Honorable Ministers, Permanent Secretaries, and Senior Government Officials, Chair and members of the Mkapa Foundation Board of Trustees, Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, our distinguished development partners and sponsors, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a pleasure to welcome all of you today to this high-level segment of the second Mkapa Legacy Symposium. This high-level segment is the highlight of this year's commemoration, which started yesterday on 13th of July with the symposium and was cordially graced by His Excellency Othman Masood, the first Vice President of Zanzibar. I take this opportunity to thank you all for affording us with your precious time and your presence. Your turnout in numbers is very telling about the respect and admiration you've had to our fallen hero, late Excellency Benjamin William Mkapa. The overwhelming warmth and attachment you have shown us gives us energy to keep pushing from where President Mkapa ended. In a special way, I thank you, Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for accepting our invitation to join us today for the second time. We are aware you had earlier plans to be somewhere else on official duties. Nevertheless, you found time to be with us. Words are not enough to express our fondness for this gesture of compassion you have shown us. Kindly understand that we are touched and we're incredibly grateful to have you here today. Our settler and the host, His Excellency Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, President of Zanzibar and Chair of the Revolutionary Council, also deserves a special mention. Last year, you promised to host the second Mkapa Legacy commemoration here in Zanzibar. You have delivered what you promised us. Thank you for making this year's commemoration. Thank you for making this year's commemoration even more colorful and befitting to the name and stature of the man we are celebrating today, late President Benjamin William Mkapa. To our former President of Mozambique, Mzee Joachim Chissano, we thank you for coming all the way to honor your beloved friend and a comrade. Your being with us today gives comfort that all is not lost. We lost President Mkapa, but we did not lose you. He left us with his friends to look up to us, and we're excited to hear from you, knowing of the long association you've had with Mzee Mkapa. Your Excellency, when former President Benjamin Mkapa departed the world in July 2020, many of the condolences messages that came to the foundation carried two main messages. First, they expressed sympathy for the loss we endured, and second, they registered wishes to the Mkapa Foundation to carry on President Mkapa's legacy. There were some general feelings that President Mkapa's outstanding contribution to Tanzania and the world should not be left in vain. Some were concerned and worried that perhaps President Mkapa's vision and possibly his foundations will come to an end. Suddenly, our shoulders became heavy of the expectations and responsibilities. We took both of these wishes and concerns very seriously. With the able guidance of our Board of Trustees, we deliberated to initiate the annual Mkapa Legacy Symposium to celebrate his life and legacy. And also we decided to launch the Benjamin William Mkapa Endowment Fund to ensure the sustainability of his legacy to our children, children's children, and children after them. Much as we are clearer in our resolve and the intentions, we were nervous We were nervous of the response of our stakeholders and public to this idea. What made us soldier on, however, was our firm belief that President Mkapa legacy is worth preserving, curating, and telling. Our conscience could not let us shy away from that historic responsibility bestowed on us. We rose to the calling and organized the first Mkapa Legacy Symposium under the theme, A Year Without Mkapa, Celebrating His Life, Honoring His Legacy, in Dar es Salaam on 14th July 2021. Thanks to your attendance and encouragement, and today we are here for the second commemoration. Your Excellency, our founder and settler, late President Benjamin Mkapa, taught us about resilient leadership. Himself is a living example of resilient leadership. While in office, he introduced and pioneered twin bold and disruptive public service reforms and economic reforms that transformed our country from a relatively closed to an open economy. As a result, we witnessed the growth of the private sector, which slowly but surely changed the way our government relates with the private sector today. Inspired by his leadership in advocating for and creating space for the private sector to play a role, this year's themes were chosen to be resilient leadership, inspire change for all. Guided by the theme, yesterday the symposium devoted to discussing and deliberate on two sub-themes, naming accelerating strategic health transformation in Tanzania through Business Coalition for Health and innovative public-private partnership approaches towards attaining universal health coverage. Your Excellency, I wish to mention yesterday's discussion was very productive and very engaging, and we were able to get different views of how best could we incorporate and engage more actively the private sector so that we are able to reach the universal health coverage targets by 2030. We are also very pleased to note that both governments from Tanzania mainland, United Republic of Tanzania, and Zanzibar, we have both leadership with high political commitment of engaging the private sector in all development agenda, including the health sector development. After these few remarks, I kindly welcome you and thank you for your presence, and we'll take a short, brief documentary which we've prepared for you to hear our story, how Mkapa Foundation has been collaborating in partnership with the government of Tanzania, both in Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ellen.